Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Mrs. Spirit Doctor. I am Mrs. Spirit Doctor with this channel. Welcome you back into our school of learning, where we are not just focused on one part of your spirit or one part of your soul. We look at everything that you need to learn to move forward with healing in all parts of your spirit. Today's reading is about what is holding you back. So what is stopping you from really living that life that you want to live, going after that dream that you want to go after, gathering those things around you, that sense of abundance, that purpose, that fulfillment that you are looking for. So I have 4 piles here today. If you're brand new to pick cards and my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe down at the bottom of my video so you can stay up to date on all of my new videos that will be coming out. So we have 4 piles here. You can look down below. You can skip ahead right to which pile you choose, or if you've chosen more than one pile, you can go back and forth. But our first pile, we've got selenite. Our second pile, we have Lemurian quartz. Our third pile, we have blue goldstone. And our fourth pile, we have pyrite. So if you're brand new here, you've never done a pick a card before, take a deep breath, see which one calls to you the most. For me, for example, when I'm looking at a pick a card reading and I'm not sure, I'll close my eyes and I'll just let my energy drift through all the piles, see which one calls to me. And sometimes it'll feel like I'm dropping from the sky down onto a specific pile. So I'll just let myself fall wherever it needs to go. So if you need a minute, please pause. If you're ready, you can skip down at the very bottom to those times, and we'll get started with pile 1. Okay, hello pile 1s, welcome. You chose pile 1 with the selenite. So on the back of the card here, we have a little bit of a reading, Kali Yantra. So I love working with Kali. She's one of my favorite goddesses. She's called to me for many years before I really went and started working with her. So it's saying on the back, you have more power to evoke a positive shift in your circumstances than you realize. If anything required for success is lacking, the Divine Mother shall provide it. You are crossing a crucial spiritual threshold. Stay focused, let distractions fall away, and continue to commit yourself to what matters most in your heart. A more beautiful experience awaits you. So what a beautiful message. This is actually something I've been working on also, is just more positive mind shift. So if you are looking to manifest something and it hasn't quite come yet, this card suggests that you look at what is blocking you, what is making you feel like you can't have or you don't deserve it, or maybe you're thinking, well, who's going to be interested in this stuff? Who's going to like what I have to offer? You know, it doesn't matter what you are offering, whether it's art, whether it's a product, whether it's a service. You are able to create that positivity and that empowerment and that abundance that you are seeking. So at this point, it's really only yourself holding you back, because maybe someone along the way told you couldn't do it, or that there was no money in it, or that you couldn't have your dreams. But this card is here to saying, hey, the switch is easier than you think it is. You just got to allow yourself to believe that you can have whatever it is that you want. So we're going to pull some tarot cards, get a little bit more information about this, but a big part of this is talking about your mental mind shift. So let's start with some tarot cards. Okay, let's see. So what do I got here for pile 1? So what's holding them back so far is a mental mind shift, seeing the world a little bit more positively. What else wants to come through for these guys? What else wants to come through for these lovely, lovely people that are here for some extra guidance? Knight of Swords. Yes. Okay. So again, that mental part of yourself, that cutting through what no longer serves you, that being ready to rush forward, to move forward. So the Knight of Swords is quick moving. The Knight of Swords is saying we have the power to do what we want. We just got to be willing to go forward to get what we want, because we're going to slice through the things that no longer work for you. 8 of Swords. Oh my gosh, look at this again. So we got swords again, mental. It's all about your mental power. 8 of Swords is trapping yourself within your own insecurities, within your own fears. It's saying that you have the power to get out of these ties, but right now you're too scared to, because you keep telling yourself, well, what if I get hurt? Or what if I fail? Or what if I'm judged? Or, you know, whatever those what ifs are for you, they're holding you back because they're not actually true. It's just what you're currently telling yourself. So that's that mental shift. How can you switch those words so that they don't hold you back? The Magician, oh my gosh, I love this card. What a great card to have. So again, saying the power is within you. So you have all the tools, you have all the resources. I think there's also another part here coming up with the Magician about asking for help and allowing the world and the universe and the people around you to help you. You don't have to do it all on your own. If you are scared, it's okay to go out and ask for support. It's okay to go out and ask people to teach you things or to coach you things. It's okay to not know what you're doing. At some point when we all started, we had no idea what we're doing. Heck, this is like one of my very first tarot card videos for YouTube. I think my second or third one. I don't know what I'm doing, but here I am going out because I want this so badly that I'm not going to let my fear hold me back. So the Magician card is saying you have everything that you need. You just have to go and put the pieces together. Queen of Wands, yes, you have someone in your corner. You have a powerful, bright, energetic, entrepreneurial woman who is, or feminine figure, who is willing to help you, who is waiting for you to ask them for help, because as soon as you do, bam, they're going to be in your corner immediately. So they are waiting for you to ask for their help because they have so much wisdom and so much knowledge and so much experience that they want you to ask so that they can help you. Temperance. Okay, so all about balance. So knowing when to give, knowing when to take. I just flipped over this card because I wanted to see what was coming up, but the Strength card. So Temperance and Strength kind of go hand in hand in this one because there is a strength in accepting that you don't know something or that you are learning something. It's very humbling. It's very vulnerable to be in a position where you have to ask for help, where you feel like you can't do it all on your own. So these two cards together are saying it's a bit of a balance. Some you can do by yourself, some you can't do by yourself. And Temperance is also a bit to do with patience. So whatever it is that you're trying to do is not going to happen overnight. So it's not going to be a quick fix. It's not going to be a sudden shift, but it's going to be one step in front of the other. And it's not to say that there aren't going to be shifts, but that drastic change that you're looking for is going to come with many little steps. And I know sometimes that's hard because we just want things to happen immediately for us, right? That instant gratification to all of a sudden have 1 million followers or $100,000 in the bank or that dream job or, that lifelong partner. But that's where the Strength card comes in because it's saying it's asking for a little bit more discipline to keep putting one foot in front of the other to keep chasing your dreams. Ah, the world. Love it. So this lesson that you're learning is becoming a final chapter. You're going through this so that you can learn it, integrate it, embrace it, and then move on. So you don't have to keep coming back to this shadow work, so to speak. So you don't have to keep coming back and doing this lesson over and over and over again in different circumstances. So the world is here because it's saying, yes, it's going to be some time, it's going to be some effort, it's going to take some courage, it's going to take some discipline. But once you get there, it's going to be exactly what you're looking for. So don't be afraid. Take that leap. The Magician is there to help you. You have everything that you need, and you have a pretty badass partner, a support system in your corner. So don't be afraid to use that. All right. We're also going to pull some oracle cards. See if we can get some other messages happening here. All right, so what is holding pile one back? So we've got some mindset, we've got some fears holding us back. Maybe a bit of that discipline, a bit of that strength, trying to get us to move forward, to recognize that we have everything that we need. We just have to go for it. Okay, so pride, leadership, the Stag. So we got the Stag here. There's people around you who are waiting for you to light the way. And they don't know it yet, but you are a leader in this situation. And when you are ready to take that step, they're going to respond because they're waiting for someone to show them the way. So if you've never been a leader before, that could also be something that's holding you back. Or maybe being a leader is something that will give you that extra little push to say, yeah, I can be the courageous person that goes first. But the stag is a leader, but he doesn't abuse his power either. So he's calm, he's steady, but he knows that he has to put in the work. I love how that one just flipped out all on its own. I don't know if the camera kind of caught that angle, but that was really cool. It popped out. So once you're ready to let go of these fears with this 8 of Swords and you become that leader, people are going to look up to you. The eagle, yes, again with the eagle, I also to me, an eagle is also a leader. It's one of the top of the food chain animals in its area. So it knows, it's the apex. It sees the world from a higher perspective and it can tell the work that needs to be done. So the words down here are spirit, integrity, connection to the angelic realm. So it's a part of what you're also going through is a reconnection to yourself. Is a reconnection to what you want and who you want to be and what you want to be going forward. So this isn't just business related or relationship related. This is internally. This is saying that there's a part of you that you're coming back to so that you can learn how to be yourself again. All right. Oh, holy. All those cards wanted to just fly out. Okay. Woo, we got a lot here. Let's just shuffle and take a couple, please. We're gonna just take a couple. We're gonna just take a couple. Let's take 3. Let's gonna see what 3 do we got here. Okay, so what do I want for my pile 1s here? You know what? I'm not even gonna look. I'm just gonna 1, 2, 3. Oh, look, that was the one that popped out when it flipped over. So apparently that one really needed to come out. Okay, how awesome are these cards? Again, these are all apex, top of the line, top of the food chain. They have strength to them, right? A choice to make a king be our faithful friend. So it's saying when you move forward, you might be scared because, oh, what if power changes me? What if fame changes me? What if money changes me? What if I become someone I don't like by making these choices to move forward? Well, these cards are saying that you do have the choice. You do have the choice about what kind of powerful person you want to be, a choice about how you want to go forward into this next chapter. There's these fears that are coming off of you, again with this card and this card. They're not yours. There are things that someone had put onto you years ago that you've still held true to. Maybe that internal conditioning of something, a friend, a family member, the church, schooling, wherever you were, they ingrained into you that you can't be this specific way because that's not okay. But they're sitting here and saying, hey, come back to yourself, be a friend to yourself, because once you are, everything that you want is going to come true. So a choice to make, a king to be. They're saying once you make that choice to step in and be a leader, right? The stag leadership, a king leadership. So these cards are all telling you are meant to be the leader. You just have to go out and make that choice to be that leader, about what kind of leader that you want to be. Well, I'm gonna leave that there, pile 1s. I hope that answered some of your questions. If you have any, if you feel free to comment below, let me know how this pile resonated with you. And if you are on my pile 2, 3, or 4, then I will see you soon. Bye. Hello, my pile 2s, and welcome. Thanks for choosing this pile. Very excited to see what messages we have for you. So if you chose pile 2, it was the Lemurian Quartz. And so we're just gonna see what is on the back of this card. Bharavi Yogini, face your fears, for it is the right time and you are ready to overcome them. You will be given the power to fulfill your heart's desires. Embrace your path with confidence. Healing around belonging and abundance is taking place within your soul. You are spiritually protected from toxic energies. Recognize your inner divine badass and commit to your dreams with conviction. All right, Cool card, you guys. I don't know if you were with me for pile 1, but they got a very similar message that it is time now to release those fears. So it's time to move forward. What is holding you back? Why are you being held back by those fears? Let's see with some tarot cards. What is holding you back? Pile 2s. What have we? Oh. 3 of Cups. So it looks like there's some people around you that are just not okay with the direction that you're moving, because maybe they didn't see this path for you, or maybe they didn't want you to go down this path, or maybe they're jealous because that's the path they want to go down, but you're now walking down it. So these fears are being projected onto you by someone else. So whether, I feel like this is a family person, so a mother, a father, brother, sister, what have you, but someone that is like feels like family or knows you on a more intimate level is telling you you can't do it, but really you can. It's totally up to you. You can do it. You just have to believe in yourself that you can. Okay, so 7 of Swords with Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh, you guys, so many swords, and the Page of Laurels, which is the Page of Pentacles. All right, cool cards. Very interesting that we got more swords coming up, because these fears again are more in your head than you think they are. They're not actually to do with you. So 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords, it's all about, there's some hardship here, but they are both saying don't win at any cost. And maybe that's a fear that's holding you back, is that once you start striving for your goals and for your dreams, you're going to try and win at any cost. But you have a choice of who you want to be, which is where this Ace of Swords comes in. It's saying you can choose how you want to move forward. You can choose how you want to win, how you want to succeed. Because the 5 of Swords talks about winning at any cost, and the 7 of Swords talks about winning through any means. So you don't want to go so far as to backstab somebody or take something that belongs to someone else because you think you deserve it more than they do, or you think that's the only way that you have to do it. There is enough abundance for everyone, and there are different ways, especially with this Ace of Swords coming up here, there are different ways to do something than you think there are. The Page of Laurels, Page of Pentacles, is telling me to go back to the beginning. Okay, wipe away everything that you think you know, wipe away everything that someone has told you, and come back to the very beginning. This can also symbolize going back to school, taking some lessons, taking some courses, relearning step by step how to move forward. Because whatever is in you right now that's been put on you by this other person perhaps is not working for you. And we don't want you to go forward winning by cheating, or winning by stealing, or winning by something that doesn't feel like it's in alignment with who you are. So this Page of Laurels is saying, okay, I know you're desperate to move forward, and maybe you're a little bit afraid to move forward because you don't want bad things to happen. But the Page of Laurels is saying, hey, we can do this. We can still move forward. We can still take the correct actions. We just have to clear out things that no longer work for us and maybe come a little bit back to the beginning. So there is, if you're debating on going back to school, this is definitely a sign to go back to school. If you're thinking about, oh, there's got to be another way to do this, definitely a sign with this card coming up and your Ace of Swords coming up, because this is all about new designs, especially new designs, new ideas in the mind. So there are options for you other than the way you've been taught. All right, let's get a couple more here, and then we're gonna flip over to some oracle cards, but let's see. What else? 2 more cards, please. 2 more cards. Oh, look at that, perfect. 2 more cards. So we got the 9 of Laurels, which is the 9 of Pentacles. And then we've got the 5 of Cups. Okay, this makes sense with the 3 of Cups. So it's telling me that letting go of what you thought you wanted, or how you thought it had to be, or the path that you thought you were gonna walk. Maybe we all have dreams as kids. We all have places we want to go, things we want to do, people we want to see, but this is telling me that you have to let go of the future that you thought for yourself, especially if this person's trying to push you in a specific direction, or these couple of people are trying to push you in a certain direction. This is telling me that it's okay to grieve. It's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to be sad about not going down that path that you thought you were going to go down. And it's not saying that this new path is going to be bad for you. It's just different. It's still going to give you everything you want, but maybe you wanted, for example, you wanted a white house on a cul-de-sac, right? But now you're going to have a blue house on the corner of a quiet street, right? It still might give you the same thing that you wanted, just in a slightly different way. So it's asking you that, or it's letting you know that you can grieve and be sad for what you thought you wanted, these things that are no longer, these 3 cups that are no longer yours, but you're not giving up everything. There's still dreams that are actually yours. And I think that's also part of it, is these dreams that you're letting go of, that you're sad about, weren't actually your dreams. They were this person's dreams, or these people. It was their dreams that they were putting on you, either because it was something they didn't succeed at, or they are jealous that you're doing, or they want for themselves. So there's a grieving process because it's what you thought you wanted, but now you're realizing it's not. And that's where that page of laurels comes back into as well. It's saying that's why we're coming back to the beginning. We're becoming a student, and not only a student in learning new lessons and going back to school, but a student in relearning yourself and relearning what you want, not what these people want, but what you actually want. And it's okay to be sad. It's okay to mourn what you thought you wanted. It's like when people sometimes move from being single into a relationship, they mourn for their single life, not because they're unhappy in their relationship, but because there was parts of their single life that they'll never have back again. And that's perfectly okay. That's perfectly okay to feel that way. And so that's what this 5 of Cups is telling you, that it's perfectly okay to be sad and to be upset and to feel weird things. Maybe you feel some guilt, or you feel sorrow, or some shame, or, what have you. And that's okay. We're human. We're here to have an emotional experience, a physical experience. And by being in a physical experience, we're meant to have an emotional experience. There's a connection there, especially with it being cups. Cups is all about your emotions. It's about water. It's saying it's okay to be in these emotions. So 9 of Laurels, 9 of Pentacles, this is the wish fulfillment card. So this is saying, hey, on the other side of all of this, other side of letting go, you can have every single thing that you want. You can have your dreams. You can have whatever it is that you're aspiring to be. You just got to allow yourself to be okay with that. You have to allow yourself to embrace that side of you, to want to be part of that. So once you're ready, once you're done grieving, this is here for you. And I think this grief will help wash away some of what's happening up here as well. All right, so we're going to pull a few oracle cards, see what we got coming up here. All right, what do we got for my pile twos? What's holding them back? What do they need to see? Any extra messages here? What do we got? Letting go. Oh my gosh, how fitting is that, you guys? Letting go, right? Letting go of who this person wants you to be, these dreams that no longer serve you, of trying to go for things that are not actually yours, not actually meant for you. Because once you do, this is coming. What you actually want deep down is coming, but it's going to start from the beginning. High Priestess, discernment, prescience, prophecy, and vision. Okay, so discernment, that was the key word that kind of sticks out to me here, is discerning what is yours and what is not yours, which is part of what the Page of Laurels is coming back into. Page of Laurels is saying, hey, we need to come back to the beginning here. We need to come back to what I actually want, what my vision is, what I see for myself. The High Priestess is all about that internal. She's seeing inside of herself what is hers and what is not hers, and then she will move forward with her new vision. All right, any final messages? Oh, okay. Be of service. Okay, so it feels like a part of how you get back to yourself is in giving to others. Not giving too much to others that you feel burnt out, or if your cup isn't full, but there's something about being of service either to nature or to other people or to even just loving yourself a little bit more, okay? Giving yourself a little bit more of that self-care. But being of service, as in, it could just be something as simple as you see garbage on the sidewalk and you pick it up to throw it in a garbage can. Or if it's snowing, you shovel someone's sidewalk, or, you know, just those tiny little things. It doesn't say you have to go volunteer at a big organization, or that you have to go volunteer at a soup kitchen, or, you know, what have you. Maybe it's some old clothes that you have to donate, or maybe it's a, you know, one time only charity event that you're doing. But by being of service to others, it's going to bring you that deep sense of fulfillment that's going to help you become more clear with what you want. That's all I have for you, pile twos. I hope that was helpful. Let me know down below in the comment section what you thought, if this resonated, what didn't resonate, and if you see or hear for any of my other piles, I will see you then. Bye. Hello, my pile threes, and welcome. If you watched my other two piles, I hope you enjoyed them. If not, welcome to pile number 3. So let's see what this message is for you. So Kapali, I don't know if any of you work with Kali. I love her. She's one of my favorite goddesses to work with. So the message is, tune into the spiritual power within you. It is beyond what society understands and can offer you. It will nourish, protect, inspire, and guide you through any troubles. If your path is diverging from your original plans, or it is out of sync with those around you, trust in what is happening and know that you are within Kali's care. Okay, so the message I'm getting here for you is that to not be afraid if your path is different than other people's. So maybe you had an idea in your head that you and a group of people or a partner were gonna go on this path together, but it feels like the group is going one way and you're going the other way. And that's okay, and I understand that it can be really scary to do that, but what's holding you back is that you're trying to conform to this group that you've always been a part of. And it's not to say that you weren't meant to be with that group or that person or that situation for a period of time, but now it's time for you to go in a different direction. You'll meet more people in this new direction. It's just letting yourself go in this new direction, allowing yourself to break free from this group and go in this new direction. And it's not necessarily that you will lose touch with these people or the situation, but maybe you already feel yourself not connecting to them in the same way that you used to, or not feeling the same way that you used to about them, or not being interested in the same things as they are anymore. And that's okay. And I can understand that it's scary to go in a new direction when you've always gone in this one, but it's time to take that step into the unknown. And you are not alone. Kali is here with you. She helps with the destruction, but one of her many sides is also loving destruction. So one of it is fierce, yes, of course, but the other side of it is also loving. It's very, very loving. She wants only what is best for you, and so she's gonna do whatever she can to put you in a situation that's gonna create the best outcome for you. And so she's slowly helping unravel some of these ties with this group so that you can go in a new way. So if you already feel that unraveling, know that is perfectly okay and perfectly acceptable. You are meant to go in a different direction. So let's pull some tarot cards and see what else we've got for you. All right, pile threes. What do we have for pile threes? This new direction. What's holding them back from going in this new direction? Why don't they want to go in this new direction? Oh, 5 of Swords. Okay, very interesting. There's a couple of messages coming through for the 5 of Swords. One of them being is that you're determined to go through this path, keep with the group no matter the cost, but it feels like because it's not who you actually want to be anymore, the group is sensing that. So even though you're still trying to strive for the same goals, the group is picking up on it. And it's not, when you succeed, whatever it is that you're doing within this group, it's not going to feel the same. And so I think you're being held back partially because you want to be part of this group, but also partially because maybe you've been a leader in this group and now you won't be. You're going in a new direction, that maybe you'll be a student again rather than a teacher. And so I think you're being held back because you like being the first one in the group to do something, and now you won't be. Oh, did you guys see that jump? That was cool. Page of Swords. Okay. There's someone around you, a person younger than you, who asks piercing questions. And when they ask these questions, they feel very uncomfortable for you because you're not used to it. But it's the questions, I don't think they realize that they're doing it, but it's questions that are making you think. And it's questions that are helping push you into this new direction. But you kind of brush them off because you don't want to go in this new direction. So you kind of just brush them off as like, oh, they're younger than me. They don't know what they're talking about. They don't have the same experience that I do. But there's actually so much wisdom. There's so much wisdom from this person. And it's not because they have the experience. It's because they have a mind young enough that it's still unclouded. And so they ask you questions because at some level, they know that you're not meant to be where you are. You're meant to be moving in a different direction. So stop disregarding what they have to say to you and stop disregarding their questions and allow yourself to just ponder a little bit. Just think a little bit about it. Whoop, all right, there we go. Okay, so we've got 6 of Cups, King of Laurels, and King of Wands. Oh, very interesting. Okay, so to me, this feels like not necessarily a choice, because sometimes when two court cards like this come out, it feels like a one or the other. But I think these are 2 people that are here to support you in different ways. They don't feel romantic. This one feels almost more like a fatherly figure with the King of Laurels, and this one feels more like a mentor or a friend, someone who's still close to you, but maybe not an intimate close. And they're gonna help you come back to that childlike part of yourself where you thought maybe you wanted to be an artist and you decided that was not a path because everyone around you is becoming an accountant, right? So these 2 are going to encourage you and support you and help you to come back into that part of yourself that you've always dreamed or dreamt to be. So don't be afraid when these people come into your life. This person might already be in your life because it's very fatherly and it's like a father type figure, but this person's brand new. So they're going to come in and they're going to help support you to let go of whatever it is that doesn't serve you anymore, and to come back to that part of yourself that you dreamt about as a kid. I think this is a mentor. This feels like more like a businessy type guy who's going to help you go into a new direction with your career. Okay, 5 of Wands and Ace of Laurels. Yeah, business, like, right? Ace of Laurels are like Pentacles. Makes me feel like a new business venture of some sort, a new idea taking root. So that makes a lot of sense with this King of Wands being a more business type person. So he's gonna be charismatic. He might already be running his own company. He might come to you and say, hey, I know you're good at this, or I've seen your artwork, or I've seen your product or service that maybe you do secretly on the side. And he's gonna say, hey, I have a business proposition for you, or hey, I have a partnership for you, or something that he's coming and saying, let's work on this together because I believe in you and I believe in what you're doing, and so we're gonna do it together. So that's where this Ace of Laurels is coming in. 5 of Wands can be a bit about competition, but at the same time, it doesn't feel... No, you know what? There's a bit of both. There's a bit of friendly competition and there's a bit of unfriendly competition. So I think you're so used to being the best and wanting to be a leader and wanting to be at the head of the pack that you don't know what it's like to be at the bottom. And I say be at the bottom because when you step into this new path, you're going to be a student. So essentially you're not going to know a whole lot compared to some other people. So there's going to be a competition with yourself. There's going to be competition with other people, but it's just, don't allow that to hold you back, right? So coming back here to this original Callie card where she's helping you move into a new role, don't allow the fear of not being the best to hold you back, because the competition around you, competition is there to make you better. It's there to push you forward. It's there to help broaden your mind and see different things of how you can be creative and push yourself into a new direction. All right, let's pull some oracle cards, see what we got here. What do we got for my pile threes? What's holding them back from this new path that they're trying to go through? Any additional messages or information that they need to see? Any additional information? Forgiveness, very interesting. And butterfly. So immediately the butterfly, I think about seeing the beauty in the eyes of being brand new, of starting over, of starting fresh. Because there is beauty everywhere, right? Like when a new flower blooms or when a new tree sapling comes up, there's beauty in the newness and the freshness and the youngness of it. And so it's saying, respect every part of the process, even if it's uncomfortable, even if you don't like being back at that beginning. There's something here about being very uncomfortable with not being further ahead or not being the best. And so I think part of the reason why you're not willing to step onto that new path yet is because you can't be perfect yet once you step on that path, because you're going to be a beginner. So I think that's where the forgiveness card is coming in. Allow yourself to not be perfect. Forgive yourself for the mistakes that you're going to make along the way, because you're going to make mistakes. It's only normal. It's natural for when we're beginners. Forgive yourself for going down this other path with the group that maybe you've been with for too long and you've been waiting to branch out for the last couple of years. Forgive yourself for making choices that led you down a different path than you wanted to go. But I think the biggest part is to forgive yourself for the mistakes that you have made and that you will make. Because we all make mistakes. Nobody's perfect. It's embracing the fact that you're now ready to move forward and be willing to make mistakes. So, and some mistakes will be big, some mistakes will be small, and that's okay, right? We're human. We're meant to experience it. We're meant to experience all part of this. All right. Any final messages? Any final messages for pile 3? What have we got for pile 3? What do we have for pile 3 final messages? Persephone. Oh my God, look at that. Persephone in experience. So she is here to say that she will stand with you. She will be on your next step as you go through this new thing. So if you're not familiar with who Persephone is, she's considered Hades' wife in mythology. So she, for half the year, goes underground, which is where winter comes from, when she's living with Hades. And then for half the year, she comes back to Earth. That's where spring comes from. So she is constantly changing. She is constantly having that experience to go back to being brand new, to having experience to going back to being brand new. So she is saying that she will be with you every step of the way, that you are learning something new, that you are having this inexperience, that you are being the student, and to not be afraid, because she is there to help encourage you and push you in the right direction. So that is all I have for you, pile 3s. Thank you so much for listening. I really, really appreciate it. Don't forget to comment below. Let me know what you think. Did you resonate? Did you not resonate? And if you picked any one of my other piles, I will see you there. Bye. Hello, pile 4s. Welcome, welcome. Last but definitely not least, this card is pretty cool. Very interesting imagery here. This is from my Callie deck from, I believe it's Alana Fairchild. Callie is one of my favorite goddesses to work from. She's got so many different forms, so many different ways of pushing us into the direction that we need to go for. Not only is she the goddess of death and destruction, she is also the goddess of bringing new life. She is a mother. So let's see what this message has for you here. Yeah, look at that. All right. Chamunda. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline required to conquer a difficult situation. Chamunda is the power to accomplish what you need and desire. She is with you now. Her presence now portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. All right, cool card. Very interesting card. Okay, so in terms of what is holding you back, this makes me feel like even though that you're ready for a breakthrough, there's something that's making you afraid from moving forward to that breakthrough. Perhaps you're comfortable where you are. Perhaps you know that once things change, you'll never be able to go back to the way you were. So you just lie to yourself about not necessarily what the change is, because I think you know what the change is, but about allowing the change to happen. Because I think you're staying in a place that's comfortable, but not quite comfortable because you know it's so wrong for you. So why are you still there? I know change is uncomfortable. I know change is scary, but this is where you are now is not where you're still meant to be. You're meant to be elsewhere. You're meant to move forward into something different. So let me grab my tarot cards and we will see what else we got here for you. Okay. All right, tarot, let's get some more messages about what is holding pile 4 back. What is holding pile 4 back? Okay. Also interesting, pyrite. I love working with pyrite. It's all about self-conscious. It's all about your stomach, your solar plexus chakra, which again, confidence, willpower. So there could be something there in your self-identity or in your willpower that's holding you back from making this change, could be why you were drawn to the pyrite. So I encourage, if you like to work with crystals, pyrite or any sort of yellow crystal will be beneficial for you right now. Not necessarily citrine. Citrine is more for your sacral. So you want something a little bit more yellow to work with your solar plexus specifically. Okay, so these cards popped out. Wheel of Fortune, King of Cups. Yeah, the universe is trying to shift things for you, trying to let you know that change is happening, a change of fortune is happening. So the Wheel of Fortune can either go up or it can go down. I think it's a bit of both for this pile. So not necessarily down as in bad, but just down as in a releasing, down as in a letting go of things, and others as in more of a gaining of saying, okay, well, I've had nothing for so long and I'm ready to embrace the abundance. And for those of you going down, so to speak, I do it in quotations because you're not necessarily going down, you're just releasing things that are no longer meant for you. So this could, with the King of Cups being here, for some of you, this could mean that a relationship is shifting, a relationship's changing. I think for the majority of you, though, your partner is here to support you through this change. And for some of you, a smaller portion of you, it's going to be that your partner, you need to move on from your partner. So only you know which one that is. With this being a general reading, I can't get super specific, but there's definitely your partner, your significant other is a catalyst of change for you, whether it's someone who's going to support you, that you're going to open up to and say, hey, I want to do this differently. And they're going to be like, yep, I'm here for it. Let's go. Or you know that they're the one holding you back and you need to have a conversation. So either way, there's going to be an emotional conversation happening with your partner. And either way, it's going to be a scary conversation. But either way, it's going to push you into that change that is needed. Okay, pile 4s. What else is holding you back here? Lots of fear, I think, of change. For a big chunk of you, coming back to the Wheel of Fortune, it's embracing that abundance. Maybe you haven't had it for so long, or you've been without for so long that you're afraid to allow yourself to want it or allow yourself to move into that energy of being with it. So let's see what else. Judgment, okay. King of Swords, Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, and so, oh my gosh, okay. So much mind happening here. So we got so many sword cards surrounded by Judgment. It feels like your mind is going a mile a minute. And maybe you don't know how to shut it off, and that's part of the problem with this shift happening, because you, on one hand, one minute you're telling yourself, yes, I deserve it, and then all of a sudden you're saying, no, I don't deserve it, and then you're like, yes, I deserve it, and then no, I don't deserve it. So with all of these swords coming in for specifically, it feels like there's a quieting of the mind that needs to happen, a softness, a gentling, something coming back into the body, because the Judgment card tells you that you're going to reap whatever it is that you sow. So if you keep sowing discord and uncertainty, and one hand you say on one hand, I deserve it, and then on the other hand, I don't deserve it, this card is not going to give you anything, because you're not concentrated on what it is that you actually want. So you do have a couple of people around you that are there to support you along with your partner. I think there's a big part of this is about coming back into your body and harnessing that mental energy that you're giving out so frazzled into focus. So it's about taking it from your mind and putting it back into your body, and just doing a practice that will help center you, will help you with coming more into self, rather than just allowing your mind to go in circles and circles and circles and circles. So that's what the Ace of Swords represents here. It's saying center that frantic energy, center that frazzled energy, the things that you're just kind of allowing to shoot out of you at any pace in any direction. Let's learn how to channel it. So the King of Swords, this person is really good at that. They've got lots of willpower, they've got lots of discipline, they know what they want, they know what they don't want. And that will help with this card here, saying that, hey, the Wheel of Fortune, saying, hey, we're ready to go we're ready to take what we want, we're ready for abundance, we're ready because we know we deserve it. And this King of Swords is going to help you hone your mind and your discipline and your willpower. Remember, I was talking about that yellow crystal that will help you with your willpower. So will this King of Swords. So allow yourself to become the Page of Swords. This is the youngest court card, and learn from the King of Swords, because they have so much to teach you. Yeah, and even with the Six of Swords here, it's saying it's moving from frazzled, crazy energy into something a little bit more structured. So it's pulling back all those threads, pulling back all those strings, because right now that's part of what's holding you back, is so many strings and so many thoughts and so much mind energy going everywhere. So meditation will be helpful with this, yoga will be helpful with this, working out will be helpful with this, walking, anything that really helps reconnect your mind with your body. Okay, we're gonna pull a couple of oracle cards here. Okay, what have we got here for pile fours? Any messages? What messages we got here for pile fours? Pile four. Oh, okay. Dependence, healthy boundaries. Okay, yeah. Oh, there we go. And protection. Okay, interesting that you have two cards that kind of both talk about protection. Boundaries are protection, and then this protection card. So it's saying, as you work with this King of Swords, don't become so intermeshed with them that you don't know who you are. So they're gonna help you hone, they're gonna help you train your mind, but they have a specific way that works for them, and they have an idea of where they're going. And just because they're training you to help you have a little bit more discipline, or to help you have a little bit more willpower or mental power, doesn't mean that their dreams are gonna be the same as your dreams. So it's okay to follow along their path as you go there, but also to remember that you have your own path to follow, that you have your own dreams that you want. So as you learn a lot from them, don't forget about what you actually want and why you started this path to begin with. That change that's happening is not, it's bringing this person into your life briefly, and then it's going to change again and push you on to something else. So don't get too caught up. Still maintain, the cat says independence and healthy boundaries. So still maintain some abundance. You can work with this person, but maybe you have also a couple other people that you work with, or a couple other things that are separate from this King of Swords, so that you don't become too enmeshed and too intertwined with them. Okay, any final messages? Any final messages for pile 4? Oh, all right. We've got 2, Lazy and Lakshmi. So revelation and fortune. So once you realize that you deserve more and you deserve something different than what you have currently, the world is going to open up. The world is going to become this wonderful, curious, beautiful place that maybe you never even knew was out there, because you've been stuck so long in one spot. And now with this opening and then allowing this shift to happen, it's going to open up so much more than you ever dreamed. So between these 2 goddesses, you can work with both of them. You can also, if you want to hold them here so you can kind of see who they are a little bit more. If you want to Google them and just see kind of what else they bring to the table. But, oh, look at that, 29, 28. That's cool. So like they work very closely for you and with you, hand in hand, about helping you realize what you truly want, what you truly deserve, and what you are worthy of. You are worthy of so much more than you give yourself credit for. We as human beings are inherently worthy. We are deserving of abundance and love and respect. And I think part of this is not even necessarily going to be physical fortune, at least not at this point. But it's that fortune of saying, of coming back to yourself, of loving yourself, of saying, I deserve so much more than I've ever told myself I deserve. So that's all I have for you, pile 4s. Thank you so much for joining me. I really love that you were here to hear all these messages. If you haven't already, please comment down below, like and subscribe. Let me know if this resonated for you. And if you're into any of my other piles, I'll see you in those other videos. Otherwise, have a great day. Bye.